Hi, everybody. It's past one, Paranormal. And I'm doing this because I want to talk to you a little bit about what happened here the other day at my house. I was sitting in a chair, I was kicked back, watching a little Star Trek on the TV, and I heard the back door open. And all of a sudden, my cat was in the house, and I had thought she was outside. Well, my daughter came in. I said, "Did you let Itchy in?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay, then no problem." I said, "When did you let her in?" She goes, "Oh, when I came home from work." And that had been an hour before I heard the door open. And then she went back to her room again, and about 5 minutes later, I heard the back door open and close. And Tibby, who's my big black cat, he ran out of there and then turned around and looked in there. And I thought, oh my God. And I'm yelling for my daughter, and she comes running in there, and I said, something just opened that door back there. Somebody's back there. And so she went back there and looked, and Tibby was huddled over in the corner of the room. Now, this is where we keep the litter boxes. They never go and huddle around those litter boxes. They go use them, they get out, they go away. And so he was huddled back in the corner. And so I'm like, okay. So I got out my phone, which I have just a basic white noise generator that's not attached to anything. I turn off the Wi-Fi. So there's no Wi-Fi, there's no data. It's just a white noise generator. And I got two voices in the white noise generator. I couldn't make them out, and I wasn't recording it. So I switched over to the spirit box. Now, there were a ton of voices coming through. A lot of it, there's typical radio static. But there were a couple of things that were interesting, and I'm not sure exactly what to make of them. One was talking, one voice, and I actually have put these on my blog so you can actually go and listen to them. And I have a couple more I want to pull. I haven't put it on YouTube yet because I still need to do some analysis on it, and I'm not quite ready to put it up yet. But when I do put it up, it'll be the original unedited version, and anybody who wants to look at it can look at it. There was a low voice that came on, and specifically, and you can hear it very well, it said, like a question, "You're married?" And I thought, that's strange. And then I heard another very clear voice, woman's voice, come through and say, "Your husband." And so my husband is deceased. He passed away 2 years ago. And so this kind of freaked me out a little bit because, when he first passed away, we had a lot of residual energy here. Like his bed, for example, I could put the EMF meter up to his bed and it would spike. And there were a couple of places in the house that would spike. But I was very, very sure that this was residual energy. Now, we do have a little kind of I'm not sure what it is, if it's a spirit or if it's something in the wall, but we have a closet in the front of the house, and there's always a little EMF spike right by that closet. Now, there is an air conditioning box there, where you turn the air conditioning up and down, so that could very well be what's causing that. So, but we had gotten some pictures that were of the house before we bought it, and in one of those pictures there was a big orb by that door. And so, it's iffy. I haven't actually had any communication with anything over there, but I think it's very possible. We have used the dowsing rods and have gotten some reactions from the dowsing rods, but nothing that, was really definitive. You know how that goes. But so, anyway, I'm still analyzing the EVPs, but the one that, there's a lot of different things in there. Amanda asked, which is a question that doesn't usually get asked. She asked, "How are you?" And this female voice came through and said very rapidly, wasn't like a class A or anything, says, "I'm great." And I said, "Wow," and I said, "I think she said she's great." Amanda said she said she's great. And then in the next frame, you hear a voice very loud but very brief say, "Hell yeah." And so I thought that was really kind of cool because that was like a direct response to her. And so I felt like there were some messages in there. There is one spot where my daughter thinks that he is saying my name and then, "Can you hear me?" And so I'm thinking he's saying something different, but that's what she thinks he's saying. And I've listened to it, and it is possible, but because my name isn't very clear, it's kind of hard to tell. But the last part of it is very clear. It's very full sentence. "Can you hear me?" Or "hear me." It's like my name and then can you hear me? And so that's already on my blog if you wanted to go and take a look at that over at it's past hyphen one spelled out, past hyphen one dot snake nation press dot blog. And so you can go check that out. And so, but this was I've never heard that much activity on the spirit box at one time. I mean, even when I went over to Sunset Cemetery, which I got a lot from that EVP, just that one session, this was extremely vocal. But like I said, I don't really know how much of it was radio interference and how much of it might have been direct responses. It's kind of, that's why I said it needs a lot more analysis. It has not been as easy to filter this one out for some reason, because there may have been more residual noise in the living room. Like I had a fan going, the television was going, we had the sound off, but it was running. So there might have been these external noises that sort of affect the way I'm able to actually analyze this. And see, this is one of the things that I'm really interested in is EVP. And so that's why I put the white noise generator on my phone. And I think I'm going to use that more and see if I actually just get responses through a white noise generator, because that would tell me that there's really a voice coming through there, because I wouldn't have it attached to any kind of out external frequency. And so I'm really interested in this. And the what interests me most is using the white noise generator, because anything that comes through there, I mean, it's what it is. There's no other noises. There's no radio frequencies, no loud DJs popping in there. And so I did hear very clear voices using the white noise generator, which is why we switched over to the spirit box. And so, I mean, if you'd have any comments on this, I mean, I'd really appreciate it. You can comment down below, or you can get me on Twitter at Past One Paranormal, at Spirit Vlogger, at Past One Paranormal, and that's on Twitter. And you are here on YouTube, of course. You're watching this video, so you know that. And so, anyway, that's kind of it. It's kind of what I want to talk about. Oh, and the other thing, I was just going to give you a little quick thing. I smoke, and I'm trying to quit. So I am walking around with this thing, this little E-pen. And you know what? It's really helping. I know that sounds, a lot of people say, oh, no, that's not going to help you quit smoking. Well, it's keeping me from smoking the other cigarettes, with the ones that are like, I don't know, maybe vapes are not as good or worse. I mean, there's no real way to know at this point. But I know my teeth are a little whiter. My teeth are a little bit whiter, and I think it's kind of cool because I can take this anywhere. I mean, if they tell me I can't do it, I can't do it. But I can take it anywhere with me. I can get the car. I don't have to fill the car with smoke. And I've been smoking for a very long time, about 40 years. And I'm lucky I have a voice at all. And so, I mean, my voice is I've always been an alto. And so this is kind of like, I'm going to see if it actually makes a difference in the way I speak and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been smoking a long time. And you see, my teeth are good, but it's like smoking still stains your teeth and stuff, and it's kind of nasty. So I brush my teeth very regularly, take care of them, and everybody should take good care of their teeth, because you never know. You never know. So anyway, thanks guys. And if you have any thing you'd like to talk about with the EVPs, let me know. I kind of want that to be my specialty, because I really like analyzing them, and I really like listening to see what I can hear, and I want to try different ways to get EVPs, so I'm going to start working on some different things. And today is a cemetery visit. I will have a cemetery EVP video up tomorrow afternoon, I hope. And everybody wish me luck on my job interview Thursday. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.